Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with another tutorial. So this is my newest creation to my online store. Sorry, I'm trying to unsnap it. This lovely crystal red bracelet. It has little black seed beads and an iridescent bead in the middle every so often. So this is going to be, so this bracelet, like I said in previous videos, I make my bracelets, well, my standard bracelets, I make them 6 inches long. The stretch bracelets, I make those 7 because I found that the 6 was a little too tight. So I just went up an inch. So I make those 7 inches long. And with this, I just always add an extension chain to accommodate for different wrist sizes out there. But if you want to make one yourself, you do not have to add the extension chain. You just have your jump ring. So it's maybe hard to see that the jump ring is there. You would just have that and your lobster clasp. And that's all you would need if you're making it for yourself. Okay, so to make this design, I have these iridescent faceted beads. Okay, I have the crystal red bead. This is a number 6. I don't know what size these are. It could be a number 6. Yeah, it could be about a number 6 too as well. Just kind of make sure that the beads are, your 2 main beads are kind of the same size. So this one looks a little bit larger, but it's about the same size. But as you start doing your pattern, you'll see, okay, this doesn't look right, you know? So you just try to find something that will fit the pattern. And then I have my 11 millimeter seed beads, the black ones. Okay, and so you're going to need a beading needle. I like to use the big eye needle because it's flexible, and it holds the thread as well. So I have 2 of them that we're going to use, and we're going to use, so if you don't want your cord to be shown, you can use a mono clear cord. And this is a, it doesn't say the size. I guess mono just means really thin cord. So that's what I'm gonna use. I did also use this thin black beading thread, and you can't really tell the difference. You can't really, so this one was made with the black thread. So you can't really see the thread, but if you look close enough, like if you stare really close, like you might could see the thread, but it's not noticeable. So you can use either one. And then this one was made with clear. So depending on the colors that you're working with, just be mindful of the color thread that you use. For the purpose of, for the sake of this video, I am going to use black just so that you guys can see. It's more so as a visual for you guys. And I believe that's it. If I missed anything else, you'll just see me use it in the video. Of course, I have my handy dandy ruler to help me keep my length. And then also, after I made a few of these, I counted how many of these faceted beads I had, and I have 9. So even if I didn't have my ruler, I would just count to 9, and then for me, I'll know when to stop. Okay, let's get started. Okay guys, I'm back. I have my little setup here. I may try to do this going this way, going backwards, or let's see, or should I go forward this way? We'll see, we'll figure it out. So camera placement is always a hard thing when you're first starting out and you're making tutorials on certain things where people really just need to see the handwork. So I'm still trying to figure that part out as I start doing more complicated pieces. And then also the lighting. So for me, it's bright in this room where there's light. but when it reflects back on camera, it always looks dark. Sometimes I try to brighten up the video just so you can see. Okay, so right now I'm just threading. I'm just, you know how if you were to sew something, you just put your thread through. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to do that on both sides of with my big eye needle. And that's that. So the first thing you want to do is pick up 5 of the small 11-0 seed beads on one side. So 1, 2, 3. See if I can get it. 4, 5. So I have 5 seed beads. Gonna pull those down like this, and then with the other end, you want to go through those beads, going the opposite way. So let's do that. So see, going through the opposite way. And you just kind of pull. Now you want to make sure your beads are in the center so that you have enough thread on both sides to complete your project. So I'm just going to line my my big eye needle up together. They're kind of threaded evenly about the same, so I don't have to take it off there. And then these beads are not secured in place, so they will slide right to the middle if you push it down. Okay, so now that is the middle. And then let me show you. So here are the beads right here. And you can pull them tight. And you can see it doesn't really make a complete circle. So what we're going to do is we are going to crisscross 1 additional seed bead, and then we'll pull tight. So we pick up 1 small seed bead and we'll crisscross. So 1 needle going this way and 1 needle going the opposite way. And just pull. The hole in the 11-0 bead is small. How did this get in there? Hang on. I'm messing up already. I looped the thread through the that seed bead. Hang on. I mean through that needle. Let's take this out. Yeah, so pay attention to because things can get tangled up. Okay, but easy fix. So I have the bead on this side, so all I need to do is just crisscross with this side. Crisscross. And so our bead is there, and now we have a circle. Well, it's closed. It's not really a circle, but it's closed now. Okay, so I am going to tape, oops. Let's see. Okay, So let's see if I do this backwards. Do this backwards. So I'm going to put a piece of tape. So you want to put a piece of tape on your table. I'm going to use clear tape just to hold it in place. All right, so just remember, I'm doing this backwards, guys. Let's put that back under there. Okay. All right, so once you have that there, we are going to make sure we uncross our thread. Okay. So now I'm going to pick up a red bead on both of my needles, and kind of whatever you do, you're going to do the same thing on both sides. So one red bead there, and then we're going to pick up a seed bead, one seed bead on the side, like that, and then let the beads fall. Like that. And then we're going to take our decorative faceted bead, or our sparkling, and we're going to crisscross. So with our little crystal bead, we're going to crisscross. Let me bring the camera closer. Okay, I think you guys can get the idea from here, hopefully. Okay, so we have that there, that's taped down. So I'm just going to keep going because the camera is facing down, but I think you guys can see. I'll move this over. Okay, so after we do that, we are going to pick up, now we're going to go backwards. We're going to pick up the seed bead first. So pick up the seed bead first, and then we'll add the red bead. And then let them fall. Like this. And then we're going to have our seed bead in the middle. So basically we're going to start back from the top. So when we put our seed bead in the middle here, this is essentially what we're going to just keep doing. So we're going to put our seed bead in the middle, red, seed bead, crystal, and then seed bead, crystal. Okay. So I'm going to crisscross. Like that. Okay. So now we'll do red bead and seed bead. So one red bead and one sea bead on both sides, down, and now our crystal. And you just keep doing this pattern until you get to your desired length. And then sea bead. Red bead. Crisscross the seed bead. Okay, so I am just going to keep going. I'm just pushing the beads down. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, guys, so we're almost finished. I am just gonna slide. I am just gonna, I'm doing this backwards, bear with me. Slide all the beads. Make sure they're not gonna be loose. I'm just pushing the beads down. That's fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna finish up because I want to end like this. Okay, so I have my crystal bead. I am just gonna add my 2 red beads and then make my loop like we did at the beginning. And this pattern just worked out this way where it ends up looking the same on both sides. It doesn't have to. Just as long as, you know, it makes sense. And you have to account for the loop. So here. Okay, so this is going to be our bead that we made to form our circle here. So now all we have to do to make our loop is to add the 5 seed beads and then crisscross. So we have our 5 beads, and I'm going to crisscross. Get this camera together. Okay, so we're done with our beads. I'm gonna put that to the side. Okay. So again, I'm gonna push down all of my beads and make sure everything is nice and tight. So now, although I have my 5 seed beads here, the circle is not tight. So basically, all I'm going to do is take one side and go through this bead right here, and then go around that circle again to pull everything tight. Well, actually, I'm not going to go through the circle again, just through this bead right here. And then crisscross with this side through that same small bead. And that's going to close the circle. Okay. And now you have your loop. It's a little loose here. Let me tighten it up. I'm just going to push these down and then pull tight. There we go. Okay, so from here, now we just have to tie everything off and secure it. So all you're gonna do is take your needle on both sides and go down your work. And as you go down, you can make little knots, go down, pull your thread out, and then just cut it. So I like to make about 3 or 4 knots going down, and then I'll stick my thread. I'll go take my thread through a few beads. I won't cut exactly at the knot. I'll leave some excess, and I'll just take that thread, go through some beads, and then I'll cut it at that point. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do. And also pay attention to how much thread you have left over as well. So I'll make a knot right here, and I'm making a knot on the thread. So make your knot somewhere where the thread is. I'm just doing a single knot here, but towards the end I'll do a surgeon's knot. All right, so I did that. Just gonna go through, just go through a couple. I'm doing this backwards, hang on. And also follow the thread pattern. So don't just go through the beads any kind of way. Follow the same direction where the thread is going. So I'll make a knot right here. So that was 2 knots I've done so far. I'm just gonna make a 3rd knot. And I'll do a surgeon's knot right here. Which means I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna go through twice. So 1, 2. Hang on, I think I went back out. 1, go in the same way. And 2, there we go. And I'm just gonna pull tight, like this. Pull tight. I'm gonna go through my work, and then I'll cut it off. Looks like I added an extra bead right there, which is fine. I'm not gonna fix it because it doesn't mess up my pattern, and it's towards the end, so that part won't be seen. I may go back and I may change my mind and go back and fix it later, but right now it doesn't bother me because it's not noticeable. I just happened to see that. Yeah, those black seed beads, they're so small, so be careful that you're only picking up 1. And I was doing this backwards, so I'm just going and I'll cut right here. Where are the scissors? Here. No scissors. I need some new scissors. Some small ones. Okay, so this side is done. Now let's do the other side. Same thing. I hope you guys can see because my camera is facing down right now. And this thread is getting a little short, so I am going to do a surgeon's knot here. And with this big eye needle, you can bend it. So that's what I like about it too. So I'll bend it in there, bend it in there. Okay, so at least I got my surgeon's knot in there. And then I'm gonna try to do 1 more knot. If not, then that's fine, because it's secure. When you make a knot with this thread, it stays in place. So make a knot right here. There we go. So at least I got 3 knots in. Okay, and I'm just gonna cut right here. so now we have our lovely bracelet right there. And now we are going to get out our ending pieces. So we're going to get our extension chain. I just kind of use whatever color matches. So these normally come in like dark gray, like a charcoal dark gray, silver, gold. The gold could be a bright, 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 shiny gold, or a more darker gold. So, I think they even make black too. That's kind of like almost a darker gray. So I just got to get my jump rings that are in here somewhere. So with this kit, it came with some jump rings. So I'm just using this kit, but I do have another pack with different sizes that I can use. And this one. And two. Oops. Okay. So I'm just gonna pick up one end of my jump ring. You can put your lobster clasps on before or after you put it through the loop. I'm just gonna put it on before. Put it in there. Now this jump ring is kind of small, so it's gonna be tight right here. When I mean tight, I mean working with 2 pliers on each side. Okay, and close. There we go. And then we'll do the other side. There. And close. Perfect. Now we have a lovely red crystal bracelet. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with some more videos. See you next time. Bye.